What's up, YouTube? I'm back, and today I have another video for y'all. Today I really just wanted to come talk about something very, very simple. A couple of things that I wish I knew before I purchased a York. I mean, this is my little buddy. This is really my buddy. His name is Ace. Ace, I got him in 2018, so Ace is like, I think, 2.5 years old. We lost the papers for him, but he does have papers and he is purebred. I'm gonna tell y'all how this guy started, how I got him and stuff like that. Back in 2018 when I got him, I think I got him when he was, he was 11 weeks old, so he was real small. And I'm gonna insert some clips in this video so y'all can see how small he was. Back in 2018, I was dating someone who bought me this dog. I didn't purchase this dog on my own. She bought the dog for me, someone I was dating, and this is what I had wanted. I wanted a dog. Now, I never really was a fan of small dogs. I wanted a boxer because I never had one, but for some reason I love them. One of my friends, two of my friends had them, and they know who they is. Austin, Mike had a big boxer, and the boxer was very, very friendly, and I was like, I want a boxer, and I still want one. I want a white one, but this is a handful by himself. So she got the dog for me, and when I got him, when I first seen him, I'm like, matter of fact, I picked him out. Offline. I think I got this lady number, and I got the number. I called her, and she sent me pictures of him, and I basically was like, you're a good dog. It was the last one she had, so I told my one of my exes at the time, I told her to, just go ahead and get him. So I already seen him. It wasn't like a surprise or nothing like that. I was at work, and when I got off, he was there. She went and picked him up, he was there. I believe she paid like $400 and something for him, maybe $5, but I really don't remember. But she purchased this dog for me. And at the time, we couldn't have, we were staying in an apartment at the time, we couldn't have big dog. We couldn't have a big dog because the complex we were staying in, I think you had to pay a pet fee. But if I'm not mistaken, the guy that we was renting from did not want pets in his apartment complex. So, we tried to get away with him because he was so small. I mean, he was a small dog. So every time he came, we'll go run upstairs and we'll hide him. But this is one of the things I wish I would have known before purchasing him. I have had Chows before. Chows is the big fluffy dog with the purple tongue with the tail flip on their back. I might insert a picture of them. I had a lot of those. We bred those when I was a little young. The Chows are beautiful, man. Like, the Chows is I think one of the most beautiful dogs in the world. They're very, very nice dogs. They're very good dogs. They can be aggressive. It depends on, I guess, how they was raised and the people that they are around. The Chows were very good, and I was so used to the Chows that I wanted another one. My Chows was so much easier to train. They didn't like to be in a crate. They would not use it in the crate. They'll wait till we get home and, happen to go to the bathroom. I didn't have to train my Chows. I didn't have to tell them anything. When they was babies, that's when they used it mostly in the house. As they got older, I didn't have to train them at all. They just clean dogs. They don't like being in their own poop. They don't like being in their own pee unless, they've been in there for a while. We used to take long road trips from Homer from Homer to New Orleans because this is where my family reside. Now I stay back in New Orleans, but we used to take long trips and stuff like that. And we used to make it back home, and the Chows never use it in the house. They hated using it where they had to sleep at. They're very, very smart. Now, this type of breed here, I did read online somewhere where it is incredibly hard to train Yorkies, as he is very, very stubborn. He's a very good dog, but he is very, very stubborn. He will not use it. He will pee outside. He'll use the bathroom outside. He'll urine outside, but he will not poop outside. And I can leave him outside. I can bring him outside early in the morning. He will not poop. So if anybody got, any tips on how I can train him to teach him to use the bathroom at the appropriate time, to ask, like, when to use the bathroom like my Chows did, feel free to comment below and tell me what did you do to train your Yorkie, because this little peanut right here is very, very hard here. His head is hard, literally. And y'all see his little jacket? He is a very good dog, I like dogs, man. Like I'm a pet lover. This little animal right here became my best friend. Like he cannot sleep without me, literally. Number 2, sometimes I be wanting my dog to be around me or be under me. He don't like being under me. That's another thing. I don't know if it's just this particular his personality, but he don't like to sleep under me. He like to do his own thing. Like if I grab him, he'll go to the end of the bed. Now he do have his own little bed on the floor, but you know, I put him up here sometime because he's just like a child, literally. He would come beside my bed. If I'm up in here sleeping, he'll come beside the bed and he'll jump and whine to try to get up here because he wants to be in the bed. He wants to come in the bed just to come to the end of the bed. Number 3, I don't know if it's this Yorkie, but as far as grooming, I groom him myself. I just use clippers to groom him. And you know, he got his own pair of clippers, like regular clippers. I bought a cheap pair at Walmart and I groom him. And this is what I did. This is my work. This is my job. You know, he was very mad at us. Another thing I wish I knew, they clump up so fast. Well, mine, I know most Yorkies are like mostly, you know, like a silky hair texture, and it don't really, you know, get clumped up like that. The top of his head, you know, is clumped up right now. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's clumped up in these areas. I didn't really want to cut up there, but I'm gonna wind up having to cut up there. I really didn't want to cut his hair because he clump up so fast no matter how much I brush him, and I feel like he's a lot of work in that area. This particular one, I know a couple of people who have Yorkies, and their Yorkies are very, very silky. Take the clippers and, you know, trim and cut all around so he can get this type of look. The hell in his face. It's time for him to now take a bath though. This is another thing, and I think this is really with all animals. He is very, very smart. This York dog is very, very smart. He is very, very smart. He's a good boy, but he just likes to use it on my floor. But he a good boy. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have a problem with him. Yorkies can be very, very stubborn depending on the people that's around, I guess, certain people, because it's just really with him, he loves kids. Like, to me, he loves people, he loves being around people. Him in particular, he likes people, he loves kids, but they can be very stubborn when it comes down to other people's territory, I guess. A lady come over here and practically really in all our neighbor, you know, she came over here one day and she was trying to play with him, and for some reason he just don't like her, and he bit her. He don't eat that much. Small. He's actually smaller than this in person. I don't know if y'all can tell how small he is. He's not a big dog. He's not medium-sized Yorkie. I know a couple of people who have medium-sized Yorkies. He's very, very tiny. When I first got him, he fit in the palm of my hand, literally, which I'll insert a picture of the video. I don't think he's a teacup. Teacups are very, very small. Teacups are little, and teacups are little than this. Teacups, as they grow older, the teacups be extra smaller than him, like a lot smaller than him. Teacups be, you know, can fit in the palm of your hand until they be adults. So I don't think he's a teacup, but when people see him, they think he's a teacup. He might look a little big on the video, but he really not. He's really small. They bladders are really, really weak. A Yorkie's bladder is weak. Him in particular, his bladder is weak. Tell them how your bladder weak. They're very, very small dogs. They have a small bladder. They can't hold their pee-pee in that long, and neither do they hold their poo-poo in that long. When I was working hella hours. Like, I had pushing two jobs, and really never really had the time to really train him the way I wanted to. But when I did get some all time, I tried to train him over and over again. I tried pad, tried the cage, tried the outside training. Nothing works. If I put the pad in the cage, he'll use it on the pad, and after that, the pad get all wrinkled up and he have stuff everywhere. So I had to clean up and bleach every single day. That's like the only thing I hate about having animals, but nonetheless, I love animals. So I'm very grateful for the gift that I got, that I received. That's something I wanted, which I really wanted a boxer, but that's cool. I'm still thinking about contemplating on getting a boxer, but him just alone, him is a handful. So I really have to think long and hard about that. But those are some of the things that I wish I knew about York. Before I got him, that was some of the things that I wish I knew about Yorkies that I didn't know that I know now. I think a bowl of food will last almost a week. I fill this bowl up all the way to the top. He don't have a really big bowl, but I fill this bowl up all the way to the top, and that'll last him about 5 days. He'll eat on that about 4 or 5 days. I don't like to feed him table for regular chicken, like without seasoning and all that on there. I put him a plain piece on the side and I shred it up and give it to him. He loves chicken, he loves human food, but he can't have human food like that, as that's not something that he's supposed to have. I do give my own dog his shots just because I know how to do it. This is the first dog that I got that I did his own shots for the first time a couple of months ago, but I think that was last year, I'm sorry. So now it's time for his shots again, and probably when I do get the shots and stuff like that, I'll also show y'all how to give the dog their shots. I give him his shots and I give him his dewormer and he good to go. That is all I have for this video. I'm gonna catch y'all in my next video, depending on what it's gonna be, but I'll catch y'all in my next video. Thank y'all for supporting me. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel before you leave, as I gave y'all the things that, some of the things, I know it's not many things, but it's some of the things that I didn't know that I wish I knew before I purchased this little buddy right here. I decided to, we had a list of names and we went with Ace, so that is his name. So you want to tell the people bye? Bye.